Hello, I'm Merritt from MerrittScape, and today I want to talk about where the sun doesn't shine and the grass doesn't grow. I have had clients over the years that every spring fire their landscape crew because the grass doesn't grow under the maple trees. Grass doesn't grow under maple trees. The roots are close to the surface, and they actually are thought to emit a chemical that limits competition. But there's all sorts of beautiful things that do grow in the shade under trees, and it's just a matter of finding them. Now I wanted to show you this. This is my shade garden we're just building, and this is a sugar maple. And as you can see, there's no grass here. You know, it doesn't even try to grow. So what we're doing is we're filling this up with plants that love to grow in the shade. And there's so many beautiful things. You know, I don't know why anybody would want to grow grass under a tree. When I go look at a place and the guy says, well, you know, I can't get the grass to grow here, first thing I do is I take a can of orange spray paint and I outline out where the grass doesn't grow. Okay? And then what I do is I make that into a more sensual form, nice curves, and I spray the little bit of grass that's in there with Roundup because you can't really rotor-till, and then I fill that area with bark. Because if you can't get grass to grow somewhere, you might as well look like you wanted it to be that way. So if you put bark and an edge around it, no matter how big the area, it'll look like you've decided to have it be that way. Then I start filling it up with things that grow in the shade. Now let me tell you some of the rules. One, I plant things in 3s, 5s, 7s, always odd numbers. And I plant them in triangles, because triangles are the ultimate growing distance between plants. I do 3s and 5s of the same plant. If you look here, you can see the stelby. I didn't just plant one, because one has almost no impact. It's like, you know, having a little ducky in your bathtub, a little one. You know, one hardly shows up, but if you have 5, you notice them. So I plant things in 5s, and I do them in a style that was invented by Gertrude Jekyll in the 1800s, and she called it drifts. And they're elongated forms on diagonals through the garden. So here you can see this will turn into one solid mass of a stelby. So next year this will be a solid mass of flowers. Every garden should have different layers, different heights. It should have a ground cover layer, a shrub layer, a small tree layer, and you know, if you have enough room, a giant tree layer. Okay? When you build the garden, people a lot of times do it backwards. It's easier and more efficient to start with the larger stuff and work down to the small than it is to start with the small and work to the large. If you start with the small and work to the large, then you got to take the large out to put the small in.